Greetings, Internet, and welcome to another episode of A Comedy Musician Reacts. My name is Insane E, and I'm a comedy musician and comedy music fan, and on this show I react to comedy music from the perspective of a comedy musician. Because that's what I am, and that's what I do, and that's why you're here, and that's what this is. I think that's what this is. I don't know anymore. It's so much. Anyway, if this is your first time joining us, yes, that's right, I am a comedy musician and I react to songs from the perspective of somebody who does comedy music themselves, and that means that I'm going to pause the video, kind of often actually, to discuss the video, to react to it, and sometimes, I do that so I don't talk over the jokes, but sometimes that means either my reactions are going to be deep dives into the video work and how the jokes work with the song, and sometimes explaining jokes because it's a weird thing to do, but sometimes I do it. And sometimes it just means laughing my damn head off and ignoring all of that. It's a crapshoot whatever you're going to get, but I think it's a good time either way. And like I said, I do pause these videos. This week we are diving into two songs featuring Jazz Emu. First we have I Would Rather, which is their new solo song, and then they're teaming up with an artist named Dave, called We Wrote a Song Too. I think that's what the song is. I suddenly can't remember, and I just looked at it. We Wrote a Song Too. It's their Eurovision song. Dave did a Eurovision song with Jazz Emu and another artist whose name has left my brain that quickly. I'm sorry. Anyway, if you do enjoy this sort of thing, please like, share, comment, subscribe, do all the things to feed the algorithm to get more eyeballs onto these videos. Anyway, all of that out of the way, let's dive right in to the first of two videos by Jazz Emu, who is currently on tour opening for Game Grumps across the UK, which is very exciting. I saw Jazz Emu open for Value Select, which was a tour that was put on by Real Good Touring, which is a company that's owned by Aaron of Game Grumps. Synergy. I'm also wearing a Game Grumps shirt. Whoops. Alright, anyway. Songs.
We're both slaves to the time. They call it a watch, 'cause it watches our lives slip by. Don't
okay. Already, it took me a second. We're all slaves to time, and then they call it a watch, immediately talking about, I thought, you know, just a generic we're all slaves to time kind of statement. But no, we're talking specifically time. That's it. Specifically time, because now I'm going to mention my watch. Also, that's not why they call it a watch, and I think they're going to dive into that, looking it up on Wikipedia here. That's great.
call it a watch, 'cause it watches our lives slip by. Don't fact check that online.
Yeah.
Now you're lying there in bed and you find yourself sitting inside. About to wake you up at 7 or 9. Catch that 7:36. Do you
Setting the same alarm for 7:09, you shouldn't have that many. Usually most phones, if you set one, you can repeat the day. You don't have to set many. And also, I do the thing where I set an alarm, if I do set an alarm. I usually don't. But when I set an alarm and then I set another alarm for like 10, 12 minutes. Like an awkward time, like 7 minutes or 12 minutes. Later than that first alarm. Number one, because I don't trust myself enough to not fall back asleep after I've turned my alarm off. I don't trust myself to remember to hit snooze instead so that the snooze will go off. I don't trust my phone enough to actually play the snooze again 10 minutes later when it's supposed to, so I just set another alarm. And sometimes I set a third one. I'm weird. It's a thing that happens. Alarms, or yeah, whatever. Who cares?
catch that 7:36? Do you maybe wanna give yourself just slightly more time? Oh wow, gee, let me think. I would rather die than be awake for the night next to you. I know it make me untimed.
Hashtag relatable AF. Man, I hate getting up early. Outside of being a comedian and a YouTuber and a Uber Eats driver, I'm an actor. Sometimes I have to get up at butt-ass early at the crack of fuck. And I have like a 4 a.m. call oh, sometimes that sucks. To be on a TV show, I'd have to be there at 4 a.m. before most of the crew has even gotten there. That's not usually true. The crew is there like an hour before me. But, like, you know, having to be up super early or stupid early in the morning, you know what, I find out how long it takes me to get to set or wherever holding is, and, like, I plan it out, and, like, if I can get up, like, it takes me maybe 10-15 minutes to get ready. If I can get up just at that 10-15 minute area to get up and then get out the door and drive so I can get as much sleep in as humanly possible. Yeah, no. I don't want that to... I cut it close all the time. You know, I don't want to be late to the thing, but I just need that extra sleep. And boy, that's relatable as shit. Okay.
For the time, next to minutes, I know would make me on time. I would rather dive into a vat full of life. These inconspicuous being that organized.
I would rather dive into a vat of live bees than conceptualize being that organized. Man, those are some phenomenal rhymes, but also, like, relatable vibes. And this is that classic, like, I hate to bring it up again, because I bring it up so often, but Weird Al really is, like, he set the template and set the mood for comedy music for decades now. So the comparison is always going to be there because he is the most successful comedy musician of our era. And so to make these comparisons is not to fault any of the artists that I'm comparing them to, it's just to note that it's the most prevalent example to pull from. Weird Al's song, One More Minute. I'd rather dive into a swimming pool filled with double-edged razor blades than to spend one more minute with you. I'd rather clean all the bathrooms in Grand Central Station with my tongue than to spend one more minute with you. The idea of, I would rather do this horrible thing than do this other thing is a great comedic tone because it gives you the freedom to come up with these outlandish scenarios for things that you would rather do than whatever the subject of the song is. And many people have done this. It is an age-old joke trope to do, but it is one that works well. That's why it's so old and so prevalent in comedy music, because it is a thing that can be done endlessly. There is an endless amount of imagination that can think of things that you would rather do that are horrible and seemingly seem like things that no one would want to do, but it's funny because you would rather do that than be organized or spend a minute with your ex? Yeah, okay, no. Comedy. Don't know why I did it like that, that's fine. I'd rather try making love to a fire. Again, scenarios, all of these scenarios, damn funny. Really, really good stuff. Some amazing rhymes. Don't make me a martyr in these room with these cathedral windows, doing a Jesus pose. The set designer knew what they were doing when knowing this was the video that they were making. All right, that's bravo. That's good stuff.
Every time I'm sending out an email, I see that little tag and sent from my iPhone.
Honestly, I add to my sent from my Android or whatever I have on my tag. Like, you know, this was sent from my cell phone, so don't mind the spelling errors. I'm typing this with my thumbs. Or, you know, whatever you're going to put on your thing. You know, that... We'll take that out of context. Whatever you're going to put as your email signature, or adjust your email signature as however you feel. Some people don't bother. That's fine. It's funny, because it's relatable. That's the thing. It's funny because it's relatable. You know, Homer Simpson always says that. It's funny because it's true.
Email me, see that little tag and section from my iPhone. And every time I stop, then I highlight and delete. I'm sure there is a straightforward fix, but I would rather lick ice with both my balls in your face and find the setting of my phone which would turn it off.
Really dig the skull mask. And, also, rather lick ice with my balls in a vice. That's a weird combination of things, but they rhyme, so it works. Yeah, there's a setting to just automatically change. I was just talking about that, to change the signature. I don't type that every single time. Although, my new phone I do, because I haven't adjusted the setting yet. It's not that I'm averse to it, though. I know there's a setting. You can change your signature. Sometimes the laziness takes hold. That's the point of the song, I think. And sometimes laziness takes such a hold that I'd rather do these awful things than the thing that would make things more convenient for me. Explaining jokes is fun! Alright. And also, the mannequins are going to get animated in a second here. Warning if that's a weird thing for y'all, but I saw it happen. Yeah. It would be nice to future me. That's not this is a convenience we're setting for future Jazz Emu. Wow. Drink my nephew's diaper. Okay. This is that's almost AVGN territory of talking about poopy stuff. The zebra crossing, which I've never heard it called before, but the crosswalk is too far from where I'm standing. I'll cross from this blind corner. That's easier. That's how you get hit. Explaining a joke. Oh! I've done a car hit in a video. That one seemed painful. Like the one I did was a practical thing. It slowed and hit me as it was on the stop, and I tumbled over the hood and fell off. It's in the very first video I did on here on my channel, which was I did a video for Weird Al's "You're Pitiful." Yeah, I did 2 different versions, and in the first version I get hit by a car. This one looks, I mean, there's ways to do it in editing and stuff to make it look like it's more at speed, or to, like, you know, have the person fall before and just crop in a shot of the car in a separate plate. I watch VFX artists react. I know how to do these things. I'm not technically advanced to do it myself, or I wasn't 16 years ago when we shot the video. But that one, all of that out of the way to say that hit looked amazing and painful, and production is good, is what I'm saying. Yeah. Good hit. So, I just gotta say, like, it seems like the beard, the mouth part of the beard, like there's probably a mustache part attached to that beard, but you couldn't tell it was Jazz Emu with it on, so they tucked it under the chin to have that. That is definitely a look, because it's not quite. I mean, it's clearly not attached. It's clearly a fake beard. Which, to me, that adds to the comedy. Sometimes cheapness is on purpose to make things funnier. And just, it's just a unique look. But also, the fact that, you know, oh yeah, you're dead. You made it to heaven. You can be lazy. It doesn't matter that you're not worried about this constant preparation or forward thinking that you're supposed to be doing. Doesn't matter now, you're in heaven. It's okay.
To see future stress you might get from a present decision that you're making. Now let's get the goodie through those pearly gates, man. All you have to do.
Decision making through the pearly gates, man. That's a interesting slant rhyme there.
Passing to never deep forever. Give your true opinion on the haircut I just gave you. I would rather.
Okay. You can relax in heaven. You can be lazy. You won't have to worry about decision making or anything. You'll go through. Just as long as you give me your opinion on this haircut I just gave you. I would rather die. You're already dead, dude. Oh boy. I love it. Love it.
I would rather die than tell a stranger that I'm not quite sure if I like the way they cut my hairs. I would rather deny myself the eternal life than have to suffer that minor present awkwardness. I would rather.
Like, yeah, I know. I paused it on the as they're about to sing "Die" or something else there. This is a perfect example of the threes in comedy. Comedy is not always, but is sometimes built on threes and the escalation of a joke. And Ian Lockwood exemplified this pretty well in the I Don't Think This Is the Club song that we reacted to 2 years ago, I think. Where it's like, the gradual build is getting to the most ridiculous outcome. And my camera's overheating, so that's cool. Which, I don't know why. Is my light on it too hot? That's weird that it's going to do that. And annoying. Because I'm trying to get to a point. I'll get to the point and we'll pause. The escalation of, like, you know, the convenience of changing a thing on your phone or getting up earlier instead of getting that sleep, and now you're in heaven and you would rather die than be nice about a haircut to get into heaven. You would sacrifice the eternal life instead of, like, admitting something about how somebody cut your hair. That's the weirdest escalation. You're already dead and you would still rather die. The escalation to threes. Absolutely brilliant. Love it. Give us a moment here while my camera decides to stop being a jerk. And we're back. Alright, let's jump back into this. Just falling from the heavens. That's an amazing shot. To have died, to get kicked out of getting into the pearly gates and basically going to die again because you'd rather die. Is death on death a thing? How can you die if you're already dead? I mean, that's a zombie question, but still. Oh. Arrow through the head, that's how you get a zombie. There's something I have to say is I love the production value of Jazz Emu's songs and videos. They're both absolute top quality. Really, really enjoy that stuff. Alright, we've got the Patreon credits and Jazz Emu and God Emu, Death Emu and God Emu, whatever you want to call these things, in Mortal Kombat here, under the credits, and then they gotta hug it out. Okay, that's good. That's bravo to the both of you. And see, the beard is up now over the mouth, so that's... Alright. The next track that we're reacting to is We Also Wrote a Song by Dave featuring Jazz Emu and Rachel Paris. I knew the name Paris was in there somewhere. I couldn't remember if it was the first name or the last name. Sorry, Rachel Paris. This is an unofficial Eurovision 2023 music video. This came out a couple days before I Would Rather, but they both popped up in my feed because Jazz Emu, so we're reacting to that here. Let's check this out. Don't know who Dave is. Oh, wait, no. Is Dave that channel? It might be. Not sure. We'll find out. Or we won't. You're all learning this with me as I watch it for the first time. That's how this show works, I think. Alright. Good pullback. Wow. That was really cool. The picture was this image. And it pulled back from the picture to being this image. That's, again, production quality. Dig it.
2023, let's ride. We're jumping on the bandwagon. If Australia can take to the stage at Eurovision, does that mean anyone's welcome to? 'Cause Dave, we are tired facing our television.
Again, sometimes cheapness equals funny. Like, instead of seeing the giant hand being life-size grabbing Jazz Emu, it's clearly just a human-sized hand, and there's a doll of Jazz Emu being pulled through the television. That's a quality gag. It's a good-looking doll, though. It's not like it's, like, cheaply made. It's got a decent sculpt on the face and the hair, and there's attention to the clothing. That's still good. It's still good quality.
Tired facing our televisions. We wanna be part of the Euro crew.
Wearing a disco ball suit.
We've hired the spandex. Spectacular pyros poised. Changes are primed and our air grabs are vibing.
Oh yeah, the choreography. Our air grabs are vibing. I love that. Spectacular pyro, a couple sparklers. That's good.
Key changes are primed and our air grabs are vibing. So let's hope we get some points, because we have spent over 95% of these annual budget on legally becoming a nation.
I think Dave is a channel. So yes, we've spent their budget to become a nation to enter into the Eurovision Song Competition. Oh, that's hilarious. Okay, Eurovision's not a big thing over in the States. It's obviously Eurovision. It's bigger over in the European countries. But I hear about it all the time because I have a lot of international friends on Twitter, so I hear people talking about it, tweeting about it. They did a movie about it with Will Ferrell. It was on Netflix not long ago. I didn't watch it because I'm not a big Will Ferrell fan, but I hear it's funny. And this is thematic to what I always hear about Eurovision, being extravagant and weird. Yes.
So we can enter Eurovision. We spent several million on legal fees and smoke machines and bags with little mirrors.
Man, there's some, like... Here's the thing about, like, making something funny that I've talked about a little bit, is, like, not just structuring a joke, but structuring a joke that rhymes, and having those rhymes be as equally funny as the line they're rhyming with, is just... There's a certain amount of skill and talent that's involved in that, and that writing here is spectacular in that case. And Eurovision, we spent several million, so, like, it's a slant rhyme, but it still works. On legal fees and smoke machines, again, another slant rhyme, but still... things that you see prevalent in that, and then the puncher of pantsuits made of mirrors. It's just so quality, the bullet points they're hitting of all the things that you would expect in a Eurovision song or performance to be, and yet they're also so innately funny in themselves. I just dig it. yeah, just catchy hooks that are nonsense words because, you know, they don't translate to anything, so they're universally accepted. So then they're not end up saying anything that might offend somebody or that somebody might not understand because it's going to be a nonsense word in any language. Brilliant. Brilliant.
We want a winning entry, so we're putting in every single musical genre that's won your vision previously, like
I love when a song jumps genres in style in its performance. I've written a couple that do that myself. Not the Shortest Song is a 10-minute song that I wrote that goes through different musical styles that me and my band were basically improvising when we were playing. Or when we were recording it to like, kind of like, okay, in this one we're going to go suddenly acoustic, or this one is a choral version, or, you know, just jumping genres and musical styles within a song. Anthony Vincent does it amazingly with 10-second songs, and it's a great hook to have for a channel. But having that happen when you don't expect it, when it's like coming out of left field, suddenly the song changes course, changes tempo, changes style. It's great. It's a great way to elevate comedy in a song. I love it.
I've seen other countries use traditional national music to show their rich cultural heritage. So we took all the profits from our other shows and used it.
Yeah, it's a channel. Okay. Took the profits from our shows and used it, they'll tell us, but probably to steal all these ideas.
To invent Dave's national instrument.
Patriotic Dave noises. That is a bagpipe made with a baguette. A baguette pipe? Maybe? It's got a balloon on the end of one of the pipes, and some of those pipes don't look like bagpipe pipes. I've said the word pipe too many times now, and it's lost all meaning.
We don't know which country's gonna give us the points when we climb up on that stage. So we're hedging our bets by including a praise in every single language. Nous sommes des esprits.
Oh my gosh. Oh, that's so good. Okay.
Nous sommes des esprits. Jamais t'as.
We're desperate and we want to win it. I feel like part of that was French. I don't know if all of it was. We will do it with our costumes partially on fire. Oh no.
We interrupt this broadcast with the news that Dave's application to become a nation has been denied.
So we don't have the budget to do the flame part. Also, that's hilarious. And also, it's the doll of Jazemu. That's great. All of that is great.
TV channels can't do that. I mean, probably could have seen that one coming.
Also, I like the confirmation that Dave is a channel. I thought it might have been. It's not an American channel, obviously, so I wasn't sure. But still, that's great to solidify that. You probably should have seen that coming. That's so good.
Channels can't do that. I mean, probably could have seen that one coming.
So good. But next year, maybe? Quality. Absolute quality. Yeah, that was brilliant. Yeah, do anything you can to get into Eurovision. I'm sure there are American artists who would love to get into Eurovision for whatever reason, just because we always want to be part of things. I don't know, it's weird. Anyway, I enjoy the weird. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please like, share, comment, subscribe, do all the things to feed the algorithm to get more eyeballs onto these videos. If you want to check out these original videos without me yammering all over them, links are in the description below. And if you really want to help the channel out, and support me like these names over here that are scrolling by, consider supporting me on Patreon, where patrons get to see these videos early, get my music and videos early, exclusive reactions, and all sorts of other cool things. Anyway, we'll see you next time. Thanks, everybody. Bye.
Gotta chop some wood? Use a banjo.
Picking apples good.
With a banjo.
Need to shave a sheep?
Use a banjo.
Can't get to sleep?